Moving on with the systems with higher rating, we can start with the Flatback S2U5R. This is a 48 volt system rated for 150 amp, and if populated with 1800 watt rectifiers, you can get up to 9 kilowatt output power. The system is based on the 1U power shelf with 1 controller and 5 rectifier positions. And combined with a custom designed battery and load distribution, you get a complete system supporting up to 9 kilowatt only within 2U. Looking at the technical specification of the system, it has a SmartBack S controller with the exact same features, cable entry and connections as rest of the systems. At center of the distribution section, you find 4 large breakers, whereas 2 of them are allocated for batteries and the other 2 are configurable. But we'll get back to that on the next slide. On each side of the large breakers you find 2 separate load sections with 5 B-frame breakers each. Maximum breaker rating is 30 amp and the maximum rating on each section, or 5 breaker if you like, is 80 amp. Load to the B-frame breakers are connected on the 6 square mil push-in terminals with front access. These are situated on each side of the load distribution. And then we have the large breaker options. One option is to have 2 battery breakers. Maximum rating is then 80 amp on each, or you can configure it with 1 times 100 amp breaker. And then you have 2 times load breakers with a maximum rating of 80 amp. Second option is exactly the same, but this one has an LV/LD. The third option is that all 4 breakers are configured as battery breakers. That will give you 4 times 80 amp, or you can have 2 times 100 amp breakers. For applications requiring compact systems with higher breaker rating, the Flatback S3U5R is a very good option. This system has the same power and current rating as the previous 2U solution, but it is designed with DIN-mounted MCBs, allowing up to 100 amp load breakers and 150 amp battery breakers. The system has 5 rectifier positions, coded for the 48 volt rectifiers. And if you wonder why the 3 bottom positions are not in use, it is simply because the current rating being limited by high temperature in the distribution section. Once again, we have the SmartBack S controller with the same feature, cable entry and connections as the rest of the systems. The battery distribution has 6 times 13 mil breaker positions that can be configured as 2 times 150 amp or 3 times 80 amp. LVBD is default in this system. The load distribution has 10 times 13 mil breaker position. A single position breaker can be rated up to 60 amp and a 2 position breaker can be rated up to 100 amp. The system has optional LV/LD that can be configured to control 2, 4 or 6 breaker positions. For easy access to the breakers, the top and front cover is made in one piece, moving on sliding rails for safe and easy handling. The final system is the 2U 2-pole that is designed specially for industrial applications. It has the SmartBack S controller and 3 rectifier positions coded for the 24 volt rectifiers. The battery distribution is in the top right section of the system and has 1 position for a 2-pole breaker with ratings up to 100 amp. To ensure instant alarm, the breaker has an auxiliary contact. LVBD is optional and the terminals are at the rear of the system. The load distribution consists of 10 times 2-pole breaker positions with a maximum rating of 20 amp. Each breaker has an auxiliary contact for alarming, and the load is connected on 10 square mil screw terminals at the rear of the system.